Hello. So what's the use case? We want to use Google APIs to upload some documents to Google Drive and fetch them later on. If you have worked with Google APIs, you already know that for almost every interactions that you do using your Google APIs, your application should send the user to the OAuth consent screen, which is called, the whole process is called OAuth flow, and the user will grant access and come back to the application, and your application does the trick. In my case, I'm a big fan of automation. I prefer to automate the processes as much as I can. So what might be interesting to you is the part that we communicate with Google Drive. So don't worry, we will focus on Google Drive. And of course, we all are using ChatGPT in a daily basis for many different things. And we will use it here. We will actually use ChatGPT from scratch. So let's start, shall we? So here, let's ask ChatGPT, give me Python code to upload the file to Google Drive using, I will explain this, service account without sending the user to OAuth flow. Why we did this? Actually, the only solution that I found to automate this process is actually using Google Workspace and using Google Service Accounts, which you will come to know. We will provide the credentials to the code. Those accounts, they act on behalf of the user, so we don't need to send the user to the OAuth flow, and that's what I need, what I want. So, okay, it gave us a code, which let's just have it in our Python code. I'm using Python. I'm using IntelliJ IDE. But you can choose any IDE. It can be VS Code. You can use Microsoft's Copilot, whatever. You know the drill. It doesn't. At the end, the only important thing is that the code works. And yeah, that's it. So I would call it upload file. I will paste the code. So actually there are a few required libraries. I've already installed them, which I will put the whole required libraries in the README file in the public GitHub repository that I will put the link in the description below this video. So we have the service account file, and we have the required scopes, and we have the credentials. And so as you can see in the code here, actually this port, I don't like it this way. This port is not sending the user to the consent screen, and is directly loading the service account credentials. But there are a few steps that we need to take before doing this. It will not work. So we'll come back here. Don't worry. Let's go to first actually GCP, Google Cloud Platform. And actually let's select the proper account that I want to use for this video, and close this one and pin this one. No, not here. Okay, so what we need to do first, I want to create a whole new project. So I would say the project name is Google Drive Manager. Project ID, why is it like that? Why is it? Okay, I don't understand. Okay, location 01 gig, it's the domain and organization that I'm using. So the project is being created. It will take a little bit of time. Then we will select it and go enable the API. So the first step was to create project, enable Google Drive API. So select the project is selected. Then we go to API and services library. Okay. Google Drive API. We'll select it and we'll enable it. Okay. We don't need to create credentials. You will see why. Then the next step is to actually create project, enable Google Drive API, then service account. We'll go to I am the admin. We'll go to service accounts. Given the correct project is selected, create service account. So I will call it Big Boss. Select the role. I will select it as owner in this project. And done. The service account is created. Let's go to the key creation. But before this, before even creating the service account, you need to take some other steps, which is very important. By default, after, I don't know, 2018, I think, there are some enforced policies which you need to change. Before changing the enforced policy, so we first need to give access to our own user. So I will go to I am. We will select actually the organization. You will see that my account has already given the organization policy administrator, which is important. You will see the next step. So if I click on the grant access, I will say me@01geek.com, which is the principal that I'm using. Then select the role, organization policy administrator. We'll select the role and save, and that's it. You're given the access to yourself, given that the account that you're using in the web portal of Google Cloud Platform has already enough permissions to take care of all this stuff. Then after that, we need to actually select the project again. So, and go to organization policy, but before that, so before this, so what did we do? Grant organization policy administrator, yes, to yourself. Then as you can see, I put it before creating service account. Create service account, add key. Okay, but before that, again, service account key creation policy is the title. So we did the first step. Now we need to go to the policies, organization policies. Given correcting the select project, not the organization, we search for service account, disable service account key creation. We'll select it. I have already disabled this enforced thing for some other reasons. So by default, when you select when you select the manage policy, and this step, you will say override parent policy, add rule, enforcement off, done. The rule is done. Then set policy. Then خلاص. So service account key creation policy created. We created the service account, did we? Yes, but you need to make sure that you take these steps one by one. Before creating the service account, you need to disable this policy enforcement, then create the service account and create a key. If you have already created the service account, it's okay. Go delete the service account. I'm sorry. I wanted you to face these issues, to be aware of what might cause some problems that you might not see in this video. So anyway, create a service account, and again, if you have already created, deleted it and create again. When you created it, go and like here from the drop down, or here when you select it, we go to the keys, we add a key, create new key, JSON, create. It will be downloaded. It's now in my download folder. So I go to download, I select it, I come here. At the end, the code that will go to my public repository does not include these credentials, and it will be configurable via environment variables and also modularized most probably. But for now, let's keep it simple. So we will paste the file here. I prefer to call it account service. That will do the trick. And so here it's actually account service.json. So it seems we need this scope, right? Okay, good to know. So the trick is here. Assuming you already have a, let's create this file. Assuming you already have a Google Workspace, if not, I plan to create another video regarding this stuff. But again, if you want to go through the full automation process, you need to have the Google Workspace and have the Google Service account work on behalf of your user. So anyway, you need to go to the admin portal of the Google Workspace to set some configurations. Security in the admin portal, security, access and data control, API controls. Okay, of course, verify is you, Habibi, it's me. Okay, API controls, domain wide delegation, add new client ID. Where do we get the client ID? Here, details of the service account. You can see here that we have a client ID. We copy it, there is a handle for it, we paste it, and the code that dear ChatGPT gave us, it has the required scopes, which it seems regarding Google Drive, there is only one scope, Google Drive. It includes write, read, and whatever. It seems to. Let's authorize. Okay. So we are good to go. Going back to the code and file path. Let's actually use a JPEG file so that we can view it later on. 42 kilobytes is okay. So paste it. I need the full name. Then file path. File path. I believe in you. You will put the correct either relative or absolute path of the file. So metadata name is CMO, optional, parents. Okay, let's assume that we are going to put some directory in the Google Drive. Okay, so let's go to Drive, not here, the user that we are going to work on behalf of. So let's create new, okay, thank you Google, new folder, Python upload. Okay, so Python upload. So we will, okay, I have a doubt that there is no delegated user, which is weird, and I'm thinking it will go to a weird place or whatever. So I have a code somewhere else. Let me see something which actually uses a user email. Okay, it says credential. I prefer the full. Okay, creds. Then I realized that in almost the beginning steps, my phone ran out of battery, and since I had put it in do not disturb mode, I did not notice. So I will go through the steps again. Maybe it's a good thing it will be more summarized, but I will do my best not to leave out any parts. And so here I had more chats with ChatGPT. I talked about some settings in ChatGPT as well. And anyway, so first before uploading, let's do something. Let's list folders, okay? So I have the service account. I have the user. Okay. I think I need to describe this again. So user email. What we are doing is that actually we are loading the service account, but we want the service account to act on behalf of a specific user, which actually I tested, and it seems impossible to act on behalf of a normal account. It should be related to a Google Workspace account, which I believe that part is recorded. So you will see in the beginning steps before going to coding. So, but here I added something that will give the subject that this, when we are calling Google APIs, we are telling them this actually is on behalf of this specific user. So we make it to a delegated credentials. Then we list. This is the code to list some directories. Why I did that? Because I need the directory ID. So let's run this code. On behalf of that user, we have just one directory, and we will copy the code, the directory ID. I will use it here, which I have provided it, and as you can see again is on behalf of that user, delegated credentials. Then we'll upload. Then so to give it a new name, let's say final. Then we will run it. Okay, we have the file ID. We need this for the next step. So first step, listen the directories to get the directory ID. And by the way, actually this port is optional. Parents, we can ignore it. So it can go to the root of the Google Drive. But in case you want to put it in a specific directory, you need the ID, not the name. ID, or even not the path. The ID of that folder. This is what we did. So let's go see if the file is downloaded. Let's go to Drive and switch to that specific user account. Here, let's go not folders, okay, not Python upload, final, okay. And when we click, we open it, the file is properly uploaded. Then the last port is downloading the file. So oh my god, actually I have the file ID. So I have this file ID, again the delegated credentials, and then we download the file and we save it as a downloaded file, which we'll see after running this script. So let's run the script. There should be a new file added here. Yes, download the file. I open it and the file is properly downloaded. So that's it, finished. I hope you didn't run out of battery, my dear phone, and I hope you, dear followers, enjoyed the video so far. The next step is the real case scenario. For some reasons, I want to receive files in chunks and put them in the Google Drive in the small chunks. Put them in Google Drive. When all of the chunks are uploaded, I will put them together, and most probably I will use it to upload some videos to YouTube, which I have some challenges using YouTube Data API. Hope to fully automate it, because Google has this strict policy about automated video uploads. That's another topic anyway. So yeah, if you wanted to look at the code, if you are here solely for Google Drive APIs, that's it, pretty simple. But if you want to see a real life scenario, let's jump in. So let's go back to ChatGPT, okay? So what we'll do, we'll go to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, and Actually, let's start a new chat. Let's say, what should we tell ChatGPT? We say, give me Python code to receive chunks of a binary chunks and store them separate chunks through REST API and store them separately in Google Drive using, maybe no need to say anything about the service account. It should recognize the code. Here is my code to upload files into Google Drive. So let's give it the code. Oh, actually, this is download. So upload. Okay, here's the Python code to receive binary chunks to REST API and store them separately in Google Drive using existing setup you have. So I think it made a mistake. It's fetching file from somewhere. You made a mistake. I want to expose a REST API and receive binary content through that API and then upload the chunk into Google Drive using the code that I provided you. Also, do not comment my code. Do not comment the code. Okay, yeah, we need Flask. Of course, yeah, that's it. So Flask app, I will modularize this code replace with your destination folder ID. Okay, it seems okay. I will put everything into one file and we'll go step by step. So let's call it, let's create a new Python file. It would be REST API. I have Flask and everything, so my phone stopped recording again and again and again, and I forgot to capture the screen and everything. Anyway, I will go through everything again. So, and as you can see, we are entering dark mode, my favorite mode. So let's go back. So let's start with the REST API client. This is the updated code actually, don't worry, everything, the ultimate touch will be in the public GitHub repository. Okay, it works, the server side. The client side is this one. Again, there was actually some bugs and errors, and I had a lot of chats with back and forth with ChatGPT to fix that, to send the file correctly, use the header, because the request body should be the data in binary format, and the file name cannot be there. So file name, I use the customized HTTP header for the chunk name actually, and everything works now, which it will work. I will run it now for you. So I will run the REST API. I will go and clean up everything in the Google Drive folder, and I will run the REST API client actually. When I run the REST API client, you will see that it will upload the chunks 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's actually uploaded here. Refresh. All of them are here. 100, the last one. Okay, everything seems to be okay. So let's stop the REST API client. Now, what I want to do is to put the chunks together, create the final file, and upload that to Google Drive or somewhere else. What we need to do is that if I ask ChatGPT about this exactly what I said to put everything together, it does not help. I will show you the the amount of messages, prompts, and responses I had, and it was going to loops trying with the stuff with different things and failing again, a lot. So here is what we need to learn about the AI. Maybe it's not a complete professional mind. We still need to guide it. We still need to have a lot of experience and knowledge, or gain it and through the way and go step by step. And we still need to be patient, and we still need to code. So what's happening is we are chunking the file, we are sending it to the server, we are receiving it, and we are saving it somewhere, right? So now, instead of asking ChatGPT for the whole solution to put the chunks together and send them again back to Google Drive, I will go one by one. I will tell ChatGPT, let's forget about everything so far and start from scratch. I want a code to list all of the chunks in Google Drive folder and put them together and save them in complete.jpg file. This is not the ultimate solution. We will go step by step. We need to be patient. Okay. It also is explaining the code. So let's forget about the put together and chunk put together and have the code here. So it's initializing the service account and the credentials, folder ID is correct, list files in folder ID, in parents, then download chunks and combine. It's downloading the chunks, it's download parents and everything. So let's see if this code works. Oh, it's putting it in the Google Drive for me. It's a no. You see, the file size is not correct. You see, we need to be patient. Move to trash. Oh, maybe it's considering the trash as well. So let's empty the trash, and this could be a very big bug. My drive, Python upload. The trash is now empty. Now let's run it again. Actually, this is not what I asked it for. It's sending me the file back to Google Drive. It's okay. It's okay. It didn't ask for it, but it's okay. We will change it because I don't want. I don't know. Let's see. Actually, download the chunks, list the files. So results. So let's print results. Okay. And I think there might be an issue with the trash. Okay, ID name, ID, name, ID, name. So they are properly sorted and they are uploaded as a new file, which is the correct size. Oh my god. So so the bug is that the files the files that were in the trash, they were also considered as a bug. So okay, now if I trash this file, move to trash, and run the code again, there will be a bug. You will see. Yeah, you see here it says ID and name complete.jpg. So the code will fail. Well, maybe the file will be corrupted actually. So yeah. So let's tell ChatGPT in the code for listing the files, make sure the trashed files are not included. So there is a modification in list files in folder function. Modify the queue parameters, include trashed equals false. So that was the trick. Query and trashed equals to false. Let's run again. We have some files in the trash. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and they are actually ordered by name. That was my concern, why they are properly ordered. Maybe it's because of the upload time, but it's okay. So the file, the new one, is now complete and correct. Okay, now I'm wondering how. Let's go deeper into the code to see. Actually, let's first check. Am I recording? I am recording. I am capturing actually. Am I recording? Are you recording? Yes. Okay, good boy. So okay, so list for files in folder is correct, and I don't want to print them anymore. We did the debugging. It seems that it's streaming. Let's ask a question. Now everything is good. Question is based on the latest code. Are we streaming data from the source and then passing it to upload without storing anything in local disk or memory, or is it being fully downloaded first? I need to look at the code while it's providing the answer. Okay, let's read the last paragraph. Therefore, throughout the process of listing files and uploading chunks, data is streamed between Google Drive and the application's memory without requiring full download to local disk or excessive memory usage. This approach is efficient for handling large files or multiple chunks while minimizing resource consumption on the client side. Congratulations! For the sake of this video, we are done. Captured, recorded, hopefully. Yes. I'm going to make sure that this is actually a proper approach, and I have the right tools to test that in real life scenario. I will most probably create another video if you're interested to actually make everything modularized and clean and everything, and put it in a Lambda function in Amazon and everything. That's another video. There in the Lambda function, if the code is consuming too much memory of disk, it will fail and I will see the errors and everything. I will notice. I'm guessing maybe the delays between the prints, the logs, is because of making the HTTP connection to the server and everything. I'm guessing it's because of that, and preparing the stream without downloading it, hopefully. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.